In the Central Highlands, amidst the vast and dense jungles, there exists a forest known as the sacred forest of Kalang, a place where no one dares to step foot. The elders tell of an ancient legend that this was once a sacred land, home to the gods. But because of human greed, the forest was cursed, and those who dared to trespass were never seen again. A young man named Brahm, a son of the village, was always curious about the legend. One day, when a prolonged drought brought hunger and despair to his people, Brahm made a fateful decision to break the village's sacred law and venture into the forbidden forest in search of water. But what he did not know was that an ancient force still guarded this place, waiting for the one who would face its test. Deep in the Central Highlands of Vietnam, there lies a forbidden land, the sacred forest of Kalang. For generations, the elders have passed down a chilling warning. This forest was once a place of divine protection, but the greed of mankind has brought upon it a terrible curse. Long ago, the gods of the jungle watched over the land, ensuring balance and harmony. But humans, in their endless hunger for power, destroyed the trees, hunted the sacred beasts, and disrupted the spirit of the forest. Enraged, the guardian of Kalang placed a powerful curse upon the land. Those who step foot inside shall never return. And so, the villagers feared the forest, avoiding it at all costs. But one fateful day, a great drought struck the land. The rivers dried up, the fields turned to dust, and the people faced despair. A young warrior, Brahm, knew he had no choice. If we do nothing, our village will perish. I will enter the sacred forest and find water. The elder looked at him with deep concern. You are walking into the unknown, Brahm. The spirits are watching. With determination in his heart, Brahm stepped into the cursed jungle. The air was thick, the trees twisted and ancient. There were no footprints, no birds, no wind. Only an unsettling silence that whispered warnings through the leaves. Then, crack! A dry branch snapped beneath his feet, and suddenly everything went still. The forest was watching. Something was there. But he could not turn back. The village depended on him. Taking a deep breath, he walked deeper into the unknown. After hours of navigating through giant roots and shadowed paths, Brahm discovered a sacred stream, crystal clear, untouched, and glowing faintly under the moonlight. He knelt down, cupped his hands, and touched the water. Then darkness fell. The water began to swirl, and from the mist, a towering figure emerged. A spirit guardian, half human, half beast, with piercing blue eyes that burned like fire. Its deep, ancient voice echoed through the forest. Mortal, you dare trespass into my domain. Brahm did not flinch. Instead, he bowed his head respectfully. I do not seek to harm your land. I only wish to bring water to my people. For a moment, there was only silence. Then, the spirit spoke again. Then answer me this. What is it that truly keeps a village alive? Brahm closed his eyes, thinking about his home. He saw the children crying from thirst, the elders whispering prayers, the once thriving fields reduced to dust. Then, he spoke firmly. It is not only water, but love, unity, and respect for the land that sustains us. The forest shook. A strong wind swept through the trees, and the spirit guardian's eyes glowed brighter for a moment before softening. "You have spoken truth." With a single motion, the guardian stepped aside, revealing the full stream now rushing with fresh, endless water. "Take what you need, but remember this, the forest gives only to those who respect it." As Wybram filled his containers with water, the forest began to change. The trees, once twisted and lifeless, began to glow faintly, as if breathing once more. The curse had been lifted. Balance had been restored. With a heart full of gratitude, Wybram turned back toward his village, carrying the sacred water that would bring life once more. At sunrise, Wybram returned home. The villagers ran to greet him, their faces filled with hope and relief as he poured the sacred water onto the dry earth. The land, once dying, began to bloom again. The elder placed a hand on Wybram's shoulder and said, "You did not only bring water, you brought back our faith." From that day forward, the people of the village never feared the forest again. They knew that it was not a place of curses, but of balance, one that must be honored and protected. And so, the sacred forest of Kalang became a legend, whispered across generations. Those who listened closely could still hear the voice of the guardian. Respect the land, and it will provide. Disrespect it, and it will take away. Nature does not belong to us, we belong to nature. Protect it before it is too late.